Everybody, it's time for the monthly ATC challenge that is part of the Pick a Stick challenge. And again, of course, I will link all the links below so you can come and join us on the Facebook group where we have a monthly art journaling challenge and we have our monthly ATC challenge. Now for April, the steps are to reuse an old greeting card, use a crimper or something corrugated, and to draw big. And if you don't like any of those steps, you can replace one with the wild card stick this month, which is use food as a stamp. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with these. So on the reuse an old greeting card, I found this in my stash of cards. I didn't make this. I'm not sure where this came from, but I'm going to disassemble this and use this center panel here. I have some packing materials that came when I ordered a little breakfast table set a while back, and that's corrugated. I hesitate to call it cardboard because it's a little flimsier than that, but anyway, I'm going to use some of that. Got some metal elements out, some twine. I'm going to try to do something just kind of quick and dirty. Not literally, but you know, quick and easy. I have my ATC that's cut from my watercolor paper. And we're just going to kind of slap it together and see where we end up. So I appreciate you coming by. I hope you'll join the fun over on Facebook, and let's see where this goes. Okay, so I'm starting out disassembling this mystery greeting card that I had. Thought about leaving that purple panel on there, but it made it just too big for the ATC. And here I'm looking through my swatches of my Tattered Angel sprays to see how my greens are going to match up with this flower image that's stamped here. And this is one of the reasons why I swatch about everything that I have, because, you know, blue is not blue, is not blue, is not green, is not green, reds are different, so on and so forth. So it's good to have those swatches at hand so you can see how your colors are going to match or not match. So I'm starting out using some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists on this background, and then I'm going to spray through this piece of plastic canvas with this Merlot Gold. This is a stunning color of spray, let me tell you. It's this gorgeous plummy purple with a gold in it, just beautiful. Decided it needed a little more green, so pull out the old bubble wrap and stamp some of that on there. You can kind of see the shimmer from these sprays. They're just magnificent sprays. Here's my corrugated piece. I'm going to tear off a couple of shapes and fuss around with them and try to figure out where I'm going to put them down. I can't attach it yet because this is not step one. Step one is to use a greeting card. So I kind of have to put this together in reverse a little bit because I don't want the art police to come and get me. So I want to make sure I know where these are going to go before I start sticking anything down, since it's going to be kind of backwards. Alright, so I'm going to put some foam adhesive on the back of my stamped image so that it'll leave enough room for me to slide the corrugated piece underneath it. And also I want to put some of this twine behind it, and I decided my image is just a little bit too big. I'm not going to see enough of that twine, so I decided to trim it down a little bit. Even though there were, whatever this stamp was, there were also words around the image, but I decided just to trim those all off so I had a little bit more space to work with. Also going to rough the edges up here with my distressing tool. Alright, now I'm going to reposition my stickies, I think. And get it ready to go. But first, check my placement again. And then I've got to get my twine attached down here before I do anything else. And I'm just going to kind of swirl it up, wad it up, figure out how it's going to show the best. And then I'm just going to use some matte gel medium to give this enough to hold it down underneath everything. And I know as it dries, it'll stay put. Okay, now finally is step one. I'm going to attach this old greeting card. Yay, step one! And then step two, use a crimper or something corrugated. Well, that's this corrugated piece of cardboard stuff. Gonna put it in there, just use some double-sided adhesive tape on the back of that. Decided it looked a little bit plain, so I'm going to add some spray to it. But first I realized step 3 is draw big, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, this is an ATC card. It's 2.5 by 3.5. How in the dickens am I going to draw big on this? So I just took one of my Stampin' Up! Markers and drew some big, loose, squiggly lines here and there. That was the best I could come up with. It was kind of a half-hearted attempt at drawing big, but hey, I got the step in there. I drew something. So here's where I add the spray to the corrugated piece because I thought it needed a little something, and then since these sprays have shimmer, there'll be a little bit of shimmer there. Trying to decide whether I want to add that bronze colored key I have or one of these other filigree pieces. And I opted for the filigree piece, and I'm going to use some of the super heavy gloss gel to attach that. And then I'm also looking, this piece has a definite center to it, this metal piece, and I'm thinking, okay, do I want a rhinestone, a bead, what do I want there? So I had some of these paper flowers right there on my desk, so I grabbed one of those, sprayed it with that Merlot Gold spray, which I love. And that's going to go in the center of that metal piece. Just clip the stem off of it, and I decided not to. A lot of times you've seen me use that stem and twirl it around, but I only had one stem, so it wasn't really worth doing. So here I'm using the heavy gel to attach my metal piece, and that's what I'm also going to use to attach the flower to the metal piece. And that's about all she wrote, folks. I've got some still pictures at the end so you can see some better close-up and really see that gorgeous Merlot Gold color on that flower. I do hope you will come over to the Facebook group and join in on the fun. This is part of the Pick-a-Stick challenge that we do every month. We also do this ATC challenge at the middle of the month. So come on over and join if you haven't already. A lot of great artists, a lot of great projects. I think you'll enjoy it, and we'd love to have you join us. So in the meantime, have a fabulous day. I'm so glad you came by. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.